Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Lehlogonolo trainee. Guys, today we are going to talk job hunt. Guys, there is nothing that would stress a person like trying to find a job, and even people around you would even start thinking, no, you are just being lazy, you just don't want to work, they'll just say a whole lot of things, and that doesn't really help anyone, because you know the struggle that you're putting in finding that job. You know how many CVs you are sending out. So it is just so not fair for people to be saying someone is lazy while they don't know the struggle that they put in each and every day to try to find a job. They don't know how many doors have been shut in your face. So yeah, guys, it's just not right. But anyway, in this video I'm going to talk about job hunting strategies that I personally have used and have worked. It's not many, I think it's not many, but again, there are so many other strategies on the internet. Don't just get tired of using all of them. Eventually one of them is going to work out for you. So the plan is, the trick here is just to not give up. You keep on sending until someone recognize your CV. So yes, when I was in my first year after completing varsity, when I was job hunting, the first thing that I did was to Google all the companies that are related to my field. Because I didn't even have an experience, what I did was to send the CVs out, in an email. I emailed them. I've been sending those emails for so long that there was no one responding. And my current boss, I've been sending her as well since 2014. She responded in 2016, invited me for interview in 2016, guys. So don't get tired of sending those emails, and don't think because you've sent an email to this company today, then that's it. Keep sending until they even know your name. It's just unfortunate if there are those who are going to just block your email and send it to spam, but it doesn't matter. Just keep on sending. There are just so many companies in this country. So just keep sending as long as they're related to your field. All right. So, and when I realized that many others don't respond to my emails, I took another step. Another step that I took was to call, companies. I was calling companies, whatever number I get on the internet, I would go to an extent of calling the whole team. If, some companies on their website, they show the team of employees there, or directors. I was calling everyone, I was calling everyone, and there's nothing that would break your spirit like hearing, unfortunately, we have nothing. And if that person just say, unfortunately, we have nothing currently, and hangs up, it just breaks just breaks you inside. But at least there were those who would be like, no, unfortunately there's nothing, but send us your CV. It gives you a bit of hope that maybe one day there will be an opening and they will decide to call you. Yes, and that also worked for me. There was a time that I was calling, and I found that they are looking for someone, and I was asked to send the CV. I sent the CV, and I was called for interview. Unfortunately, I didn't get the job. There were better candidates than me, but that didn't stop me. I kept calling, and the newspaper one, as much as people don't think it's outdated, it's not really outdated. There's some posts that you won't find on the internet, but you'll find them in the newspaper. So don't leave out the newspaper. Don't rule out the newspaper out. So yes, guys, I also used a newspaper. I think my very first job that I got, it was via a newspaper advert. I got an advert and I applied. I went for interview. Fortunately, God was good enough and I landed that job. So yes, don't leave the newspaper out. And again, another thing that you need to do, it is talk to people, talk to your network, people around you. For me, I think for some time in my life, after my first job ended, for some time in my life, I think when you say hello, I'll be like, I'm unemployed. Hello, Lehlogonolo. Hi, I'm unemployed. Don't you know anywhere where they want people? Don't you know anywhere? And I was not even picky. I got to a point where I just want anything that can come my way. I didn't even care about, the qualification, the certificates that I have. I just wanted a job, because we need jobs, and we are living in a job scarce country, but that doesn't mean we should stop job hunting. So I told, what, I would tell everyone, about, I need a job, I'm struggling to get a job, And one day, this other girl that I went to varsity with, that I was not even close to, one day I met her. I was like, yeah, dude, I want a job and everything. Guess what? 3 months later, she called me. She told me about how she's resigning in her company, and her boss has asked her to find someone to replace her. And she remembered me. She called me, and I was invited for interview, and yes, I landed the job as well. Though it was just a contract, but it's something. It's building my CV. My CV. Remember, it was just a skeleton, so I was busy putting that flesh on. So I was not picky of what job it is and where it is. I had to make means. And being a mother, leaving your child home to go work in another province, sometimes it's hard, but hey, that CV needs to have some skeletons so that it can make life easier from going on forth. Yes, and there's this strategy, the last one that I'm going to talk about, that people think it's outdated. Guys, it's not really outdated. I've spoken to a few people, and they will tell you that no, that's outdated. No, it is not outdated, guys. Face to face, door to door, go there. When you go to companies and go introduce yourself, don't just go introduce yourself to the receptionist. Ask to see the company owner, ask to see the manager. Tell them that you need a job, and if they say we have nothing, tell them I don't mind to volunteer, even if it's especially if it's within where you can stay at home and be able to travel to work. And you know how it is, of course, if they really need someone, that thing of you willing to even work for nothing just makes them to keep you in mind. Should they have another space, or they need an extra hand, they're going to think about you. Well, this one, I think it shows that what kind of a person you are. When you want something, you know that you need to get up and go get it. You just don't rely on emails that they might not see, phone calls that they might forget, because as soon as they put it down, they get busy on something. Newspapers where hundreds and hundreds of people are applying. But I feel personally, taking yourself to an employer and go introduce yourself, and yes, so that they can know you, they can have a picture of you in their minds, and your dedication, that shows a whole lot of dedication. So guys, I know how hard it is. I know there are so many strategies that people say, you can do this, you can do this. I think do anything that people say you can do any strategy that you can do. Just don't give up. Just do not give up, because no one has time frames of how and when are we going to get things in our lives. So just keep doing that, and I wish you all the best. I really wish you all the best. To get that job. The stress of not working and having people to feed, or feeling that your peers are getting very far in life and you are just stuck. As much as people who say no, don't compare yourself and everything, it's just not easy. Within you, it won't be easy. So guys, I wish you all the best, and yeah, I hope this what I've spoken about can work for, even if it's just for one person, but I really hope it can work for someone, because it did work for me. So hey, bye bye.